Today I'm going to be opening two very special boxes sent to us by Magic the Gathering to celebrate the release of their Doctor Who themed decks. We've got the Blast from the Past deck, which is based on Classic Who. We've got the Paradox Power deck, which is based on the 12th and 13th Doctors. We've got the Masters of Evil deck, which is based on Doctor Who's greatest villains. And of course we've got the Timey-Wimey deck, which is based on the 9th, 10th and 11th Doctors. Today we'll be taking a look at all four decks. Before we jump into it, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel and let me know in the comments what you think of these decks. Okay, so here are the two boxes. Now there's a bit of a backstory to these boxes. Magic the Gathering invited me to try out the cards with a few other Doctor Who fans, and you can watch the full video over at Who Culture. And so to say thank you, the guys at Magic the Gathering sent me these two very exciting boxes. When they arrived yesterday, I couldn't resist having a little peek. So I've opened it slightly. I've sort of seen the contents that are kind of on the top. It's been really hard to save these boxes for this video. And of course, the four decks are in there as well. But there's also some extra goodies. So I'm very excited to see those. I've chosen this box to open first. I was very excited to see this on top of the box when I opened it yesterday. When I had a little peek. I didn't open it fully. I had a little peek. Essentially, it's a playing mat. And I really want one for my desk. So this is awesome. Let's give it an unroll. Look at that. So I've got a playing mat with the TARDIS on it. And this is the artwork that you'll see on the booster packs as well. Let's put that to one side. What else have we got in here? So, dry erase playing cards. 45 reusable playing cards. I guess these would be really useful for like keeping scores. Oh, no way. It's psychic paper, but it's a really nice psychic paper. This is like high quality. Oh, perfect for my cosplay. Dry erase marker. So if I want to write on my reusable playing cards, I can do that. I think we're getting into the deck. So we've got two decks here. Here is the Timey-Wimey deck. This is the deck I was playing with in the video. Super exciting. The Paradox Power deck, which is based on the 12th and 13th Doctors. And I think that brings us to the end of this box. So what I'll do is I'll jump into the other box, and then once all the decks are on the table, we can get into them. On to our second box. Oh, so I think we've got some sweeties in this one. Vegan jelly babies, ingredients, and some 3D glasses, 3D specs. Do you know what? I needed new 3D specs as well, so I am winning today. Oh, okay. What's this? Oh, I don't know where to start. Wait, what's this? Okay. Oh, I think these are jelly babies. Oh no. Oh no. I'm getting them everywhere. Ooh. Are they jelly babies? Oh, it is a jelly baby. They're just blue. Let's give it the taste test. Oh. Tangy. Let's get back to the box. So we have, we've got a TARDIS blue deck case. So when we take our deck out of the box, we can store it nicely. We've got some marshmallows, vegan marshmallows, handmade. I wonder if they took inspiration from the adipose for these. And then of course we've got the Blast from the Past deck, which is based on Classic Who. And we've got the Masters of Evil deck, which is based on all of the amazing villains and aliens in Doctor Who. Okay, so we've got four decks to get through today. The first one I'm going to be opening is the Classic Who deck. It's called Blast from the Past. The hero of this deck, the commander, is the 4th Doctor. This deck is going to contain cards from the first 8 Doctors. As you can see, we've got a bit of a description at the back. Reverse the polarity of the neutron flow. John Pertwee's famous line. Grab your companions and battle across the universe in Magic's definitive multiplayer format. Step into the past with the historic ability, boosting your benefits from legendary characters, artifacts and sagas. The 4th Doctor allows you to reliably play historic cards every turn. So build up a formidable board presence and your foes will be history. Okay. So we've got some counters here, very nice. And I don't know if that pops out. I think that's just decorative. So we've got our deck in here, all of the cards are in here, which I'll get into in a minute. And I think we've got a deck box there, and we've got an envelope of exciting stuff. So I'm going to open the envelope first, I think. So each of the decks come with a collector booster sample pack. So aside from the decks, there are also booster packs. And all of the cards in the booster packs are cards that feature in the decks, but they're shiny and they're collectible. And there are also a range of cards included in the booster packs, which are also completely exclusive. So I'm going to put that to one side, and I think we'll open all the sample packs probably at the end of the video. And then I don't really know what these are. I didn't come across these when I was doing the video. These episode cards? They're just massive cards. So I've got some giant cards. I don't think we used these when we were playing a few weeks ago. But these mostly seem to be planes. There's a lot I still need to learn about Magic. The one thing I am very interested in is the artwork, and to be honest, I am more of a collector than I am a player. I mostly like to collect cards because they look nice. Got a little spinner thing, which keeps track of, I don't know. A lot of this stuff we didn't use. And then we've got some instructions, hopefully, because I really need instructions. So we've got a little poster with descriptions of our two heroes of this deck. So we've got Tom Baker, the Fourth Doctor, and we've got Sarah Jane Smith, played by Elizabeth Sladen. And then it's got a little guide on what all of the colours mean. These are the colours of the spells, so when you're trying to power up her card, it will have those symbols on it. And then every deck comes with a cardboard deck box as well. This one's got the Fourth Doctor on, so you can store your deck in here. And then each deck comes with a Magic the Gathering dice as well. Okay, so the most exciting thing is probably going to be the cards. So I think we should get into those. Oh, look at these. Should have bought some sleeves for these. So here we have our Fourth Doctor and Sarah Jane Smith, looking absolutely beautiful. And if you look closely, you can see the name of the artist. So as this is just an unboxing, I'm not going to go through each and every one of the cards in detail, so I won't read out all of the spells and things like that. Let's put those two to one side and have a quick look through these wonderful cards. So we've got enchantment cards, we've got instants, and then we've got our creatures, displaced dinosaurs. And a lot of these cards have quotes at the bottom as well. So Time Lord Regeneration, and then at the bottom it says time to say goodbye. So displaced dinosaurs, good grief, it's a Stegosaurus. And that's a Third Doctor quote there. And then it goes on really. So you've got Sonic Screwdriver artifact, so that's like a tool. You've got the TARDIS, it's a vehicle, and that allows you to do certain things. And if we just keep going, you can see the variety of different characters they have decided to include, and different items. Some of them are quite niche as well. So you've got Adric's broken star badge. This sorcery card has got lovely quotes. So this is a Seventh Doctor quote. Somewhere there's danger, somewhere there's injustice, and somewhere else the tea's getting cold. Come on, Ace, we've got work to do. Love that. I'll keep going. 3 visits. Arcane Signet. Soul Ring. Talisman of Unity. So this is the celery stick. Stick of celery from the Fifth Doctor. Hero's Blade. You've got the Third Doctor's sword. We've got the Fourth Doctor's scarf. Romana 2. Joe Grant. We've got to the companion section. Tegan. We've got Barbara. We've got Ian. Perry. So good. And then we've got some more companions. We've got K9. We've got Adric. We've got Nissa. We've got Leela. We've got Ace. Oh, I'd love to have this card in a shiny. And her quote is wicked. We've got Susan. We've got the 5 Doctors, the 1st Doctor and the 2nd Doctor, 3rd Doctor, 5th Doctor, 6th Doctor, 7th Doctor, and 8th Doctor. So as you can see, these cards are absolutely beautiful, and the detail that's gone into every single card is just phenomenal. Ace's baseball bat. And then you might have noticed that there are some other eras popping in every now and then. So you've got Trenzlaw Clock Tower. So some of these cards do feature across the decks. And of course, you can mix the decks as well. So if you pick up 2 of these, you can combine them. You can build your own decks, basically. Now let's have a little whiz through the rest. So we've got our lands. And these are how we power up our creatures. I've got a very special 4th Doctor. So this is the same as the card that we saw earlier, but this is a much thicker card. And then we've got our food, treasure, clue, and then you got, mutants, insects, soldiers. So that was the classic deck called Blast from the Past. Let's get on to our next deck. So next I think we should open this one, Paradox Power. It's got the 13th Doctor and Yaz on the front. And I think this has got some 12th Doctor as well. Brilliant. Confound your foes with the Paradox mechanic, which rewards you for playing cards from unconventional places. With the help of the 13th Doctor, you can build up counters with every paradox, untap your creatures, and power your engine for victory. We've got our little envelope of stuff. I'm going to put the booster pack to one side. So we've got Planes, Gallifrey, Stormcage. Yeah, so these are settings that feature in the 12th Doctor's era and the 13th Doctor. Quick flick through those. Kablam! That's Mummy on the Orient Express. The Doctor's Childhood Barn. We've got our deck. Instructions. We've got the little counter thingy. Let's put these to one side and let's get into the Paradox Power deck featuring the 13th Doctor, who's the commander, the lady in charge. So we've got our 2 heroes of the deck. We've got the 13th Doctor and we've got Yaz. I'll put those to one side. And then let's have a quick flick through the cards. So we've got Psychic Paper, TARDIS, Sonic Screwdriver, and that's the 13th Doctor's Sonic. And then we've got Start the TARDIS, got some 12th Doctor episodes as well. Truth or Consequences, it's one of the cards. Sorcery card. Big on the inside. We've got a card featuring Bill. And then look at the 12th Doctor there. Danny Pink, we've got Osgood, Flatline, we've got Bill, we've got Ryan. And then we've got some Flux cards. So we're getting quite recent in terms of storylines. Let's keep flicking through. We've got Sisterhood of Khan, we've got Graham, we've got Riversong, Madame Vastra and Jenny, we've got Strax, we've got the 12th Doctor, and we've got the Fugitive Doctor. We've got Clara. Lots of beautiful artwork. I mean, there are so many cards. Ominous Cemetery, and then we get into our lands here. Mountain, forest, different forests, various forests. And then, of course, we have the 13th Doctor again, but this is a thicker version, thick boy. And we've got our little tokens. They're called, these tokens, food, treasure. Got adipose, cute little adipose. So that is the Paradox Power deck. So I think I'm probably going to save the Timey-Wimey deck till last. So let's jump in with the Masters of Evil deck. And this deck is based on the aliens and villains of Doctor Who. Exterminate. The Doctor's greatest foes unite to deal damage to multiple opponents. Davros rewards you for each opponent, who loses 3 or more life. So finding ways to punch through the table's defences will clear the path to your villainous victory. Our little envelope of stuff. We've got our booster, which we're going to save till later. And we've got our lovely planes. We've got Skaro, we've got the Moon, Dalek Asylum. We've got Mars, Trenzlaw. We have our deck. And then we've got our little spinner and dice in there. I won't spend too long on those. We've got our deck box here. It's got Missy on it. It's the same picture that we've seen on the front of the box, so I won't go into those. However, I am going to jump straight into the cards because they are absolutely gorgeous. So the commander for this deck is Davros and Missy. What a team. Double trouble. Let's have a quick flick through these cards. Renegade Silent. We've got Weeping Angels, Dalek Squadron, Cyberman, Cybermat, Clockwork Droid. If you'd like to see this deck in action, I would recommend watching the video I mentioned earlier, because Vince, who played with this deck, had a really cool mechanism where he got to create Daleks. So we had to choose to sacrifice a card or give him a Dalek. Because he also had the Valiard, it means that everyone had to do it twice. If an opponent would face a villainous choice, they face that choice an additional time. So basically, we had to do that twice. So the Daleks grew pretty rapidly. What was so amazing about that shoot was seeing these Doctor Who cards, these Magic the Gathering Doctor Who cards, being played by some Magic the Gathering experts who really know the game inside out. And that's when you can really see these cards come to life, and it almost feels like you're playing out an episode of Doctor Who or like a story. We've got our land cards here, some recognisable characters here from recent episodes. How beautiful are these cards though? Ominous Cemetery. And then we've seen some of these before, some of these cards. And then of course Davros, Dalek Creator. This is our commander, our guy in charge on thick card. And then we've got our little treasures, our little clues. Dalek. So these are the multiplying Daleks. It's time for our fourth and final deck of this video. Yes, it's time for the Timey-Wimey deck. Let's have a read of the back of the box. So, the 10th Doctor bends reality with his time travel ability, adding time counters to speed up or slow down your cards. When you need to stay alive, opt to delay before outwitting your enemies in due time. I absolutely loved playing with this deck, and Rose got pretty beefy with her time counters. Booster pack sample for later, and then we've got some planes. So we've got the library, Lake Silencio, Amy's house, Oodsphere, the human Time Lord Meta Crisis. Oh, we've got Bad Wolf Bay, Two Streams Facility, Prime Minister's Cabinet Room, New York, and Pompeii. We've seen the dice before, and we've got our deck box there, but we don't need to look at that just now. Let's get into the cards. 10th Doctor Commander card, we've got Rose Tyler, and these two together are absolutely phenomenal. And then let's have a quick flip through the rest of the deck, and lots of recognisable characters and scenes. We've got Time Beetle, Star Whale, lots of 11th Doctor content here as well. We've got the Jadoon, Psychic Paper, and then we've got the 9th and 10th Doctor's Trusty Sonic Screwdriver. And then some of these cards we've seen before in different decks. And then you might recognise this from Family of Blood, Fornox, that awful moment in the end of time, the Pandorica. We've got the Wedding of River Song, Adipose, we've got Astrid, even Kylie Minogue has got a card. We've got Donna Noble, we've got Amy, we've got a Vincent card. And then some of these cards actually are two cards in one. We've got Parting of the Ways, and then we've got the 9th Doctor. Lovely 9th Doctor card. We've got Rory. We've got Rory. I find Rory's name really difficult to say because I can't pronounce my R's very well. We've got the cast of Day of the Doctor, looking absolutely fabulous. Kate Stewart, who's coming back soon. Rotating Fireplace. There you go, the moment. Add to our Day of the Doctor collection. Obviously, I'm not giving you guys a lot of time to look at these cards in detail. This is just so you can have a little preview to see what's inside these decks. And it just keeps going. These are your lands. We've seen some of these before. And of course, at the very end, we've got our 10th Doctor Commander special card. Thick card. We've got 4 booster pack samples to open. We've got a special 13th Doctor card. I think this comes in shiny format as well in the main booster packs. And there are cards of the Doctors with special artwork, and this is one of them. Pretty happy with that. So we've got the 13th Doctor. Let's get into the second one. I didn't expect to get shinies in the booster pack samples. That's absolutely fantastic. Look at that. On to our third booster pack sample. We've got Nissa and 4 Nox. It's Davros. It's a plain version of Davros. But you know what? I'll take it. So that was a quick look at the 4 Doctor Who themed decks from Magic the Gathering. A big thank you to Wizards of the Coast for sending these to open today. The decks and boosters are available now and you can find links in the description. Thanks again for watching this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!